When my mother just got married in her early 20s, she lost her father, and then by the age of 24, she already had three kids. She is one of those person who have experienced it all, who have seen all those faces, who have faced the toxicity, who was left all alone to face the challenges of this world. Yet she chose to be humble, she chose to be kind, she chose to keep everyone above her own self. And when someone like her gives an advice, I think one shouldn't let it slide. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So in today's video, I'm gonna talk about something which is literally so close to my heart. It is one of the teachings that my mom have given me. She is a really nice and simple lady who have experienced a lot many challenges, yet despite of all those things, she chose to be a humble and kind person. So one of the things which she always tells me is that I wish my mother would have taught me how to say no. And this is a line which she has constantly told me so many times. So whenever I'm about to make any decision or whenever I'm asking her for any suggestion, she just says this to me that you know what, you always have an option to say no. And I think this is something which we're never taught about. This is something we feel that we don't have an option of. But the reality is, we have an option to say no and to leave. My mother have always been the person who was always giving. There were literally less amount of people who were literally genuine to her. Whenever she was asked to do something or whenever someone wanted something from her, she always said yes, because that's what she was taught. She was taught that saying yes is to respect the other person. And that's why she never stood up for herself. That's why she never learned to say no. And she said that this is one of the biggest regrets that she have till date, that she never said no to anything. Maybe her life would have been different. Maybe she would have been living a totally different life if she would have learned to say no. So whenever I'm going to her asking for her opinion or something, she always says that if you feel, if your gut says that this is not right or this is something which shouldn't be done by you or you're not willing to do it, just say no. As her child, she taught me how to say no. And I think it is so important for us, this generation, to understand that, especially as girls, to understand that saying no is always an option, because she has always been a giver. And if you are one such person who takes decision with their heart and not their mind, you should always understand and keep in mind this fact that saying no is always an option. People are always gonna try to get the best out of you, to take advantage of you. And taking advantage of you does not mean it should be in case of physical advantage or taking money from you. No. People can literally drain you emotionally and mentally to such a point that you lose your own self. And such thing happened with my mother, I feel. Sometimes I feel that she don't have her own wishes. Sometimes I feel that she have already given so much of her own self to others that she have lost in this world, that she has lost her own self because she was so selfless. She never said no to anything. When someone asked her to give her the outfit that she herself was wearing, she never said no. When someone asked her to do some work for her, despite being exhausted and tired, she still did that work. When someone commented upon her, she never objectified or spoke back, because this was something which was never taught to her. She was taught to accept the situation. She always says that she remembers her parents who died, like my mother's father died when she was in her 20s and her mother died like recently. So she always have this really fond memories of her parents, but she always says this one thing repeatedly, that I wish my mother would have taught me to say no. And if by chance you are such kid, you are a person who haven't been taught to say no, this is your sign. No matter how modern society we live in, there are some expectations that our parents have, that our elders have, that our teachers have, that people in our surroundings have, that we are expected to keep, we are expected to obey. But the thing is that whatever the thing you're doing for someone else should not cost your own mental peace. Just because in the end, if you're continuously giving stuff to others, imagine right now you just have $100, and one by one people are coming to you and asking for something, and you're slowly by slowly giving everything, and then a point will come, then you will be left with nothing. And imagine how helpless and sad that situation will be for you. So same is in the case of emotional and mental capacity as well. When people are draining you, when people are just taking away from you, taking away your care, taking away your affection, taking away your energy from you, you will be left with nothing. I hope you like this video. So for more such videos, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Bye guys.